Welcome back to another episode in the meal prep series. Today we're going to be making one of my favorite meal preps to date, some garlic butter steak bites, and we're going to be pairing those with some Parmesan potatoes. As usual, before I start, I put the macros and the calories on the screen. Let's go! Let's start by dicing our potatoes. You'll need 1.5 kilograms of white potatoes, which you'll dice into 1 by 1 centimeter cubes. The easiest way to do this is to cut one side of the potato off to create a stable base, then cut it into 1 centimeter strips, and then again to form cubes. Add the potato to a large bowl and season with 1 teaspoon of onion powder, paprika, salt, and pepper, as well as 10 milliliters of olive oil. Mix to evenly coat the potatoes with the seasoning, and now they are ready to cook. Cook in the air fryer for 25 to 30 minutes at 200 degrees or in a fan force oven for 35 to 40 minutes. Flipping in potatoes a few times to evenly brown. While the potatoes cook, you can prepare the steak bites. You'll need approximately 900 grams of rump steak, which will reduce to 750 grams once any excess fat has been trimmed. Once the fat has been trimmed, cut the steak into cubes that are roughly 2 by 2 centimeters. Try to ensure all the pieces are approximately the same size so they cook evenly. Now that the steak is cubed, place it in a large mixing bowl and season with 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, onion powder, salt, black pepper, and a light spray of olive oil. Mix it all together to evenly coat and it's ready to cook. You also need 4 cloves of garlic. My garlic is slightly old, so it began to develop a green shoot in the center. So I've cut my cloves in half and then removed the shoot. You can either dice the garlic with a knife finely or use a garlic press like I have. Now that each component is prepared, you can start cooking. Place a large fry pan on high and allow to heat for 60 to 90 seconds. Let the pan get extremely hot so the steak develops a good sear on the pan. I've also cooked the steak in 2 batches to avoid overcrowding the pan. Cook the steak for 1 minute on each side, set aside in a bowl and allow to cool for a few minutes. Before we make the garlic butter basting, turn the stove to low and pour the steak juices back into the pan from the bowl that the steak was in and reduce them down. This is to make sure no flavour is wasted and so that the steak bites are not watery in the bottom of the meal prep containers. Once reduced, place 50 grams of butter, the minced garlic, a 1/4 teaspoon of chili flakes and a teaspoon of salt in the pan. Stir everything together, allowing the butter to melt and the garlic to lightly fry for about 30 to 45 seconds. Add the steak back to the pan and mix everything together for 30 more seconds and they're done. Now we can finish off the potatoes. Once the potatoes are finished cooking, place them in a bowl, lightly oil and add 30 grams of Parmesan and 1 teaspoon of salt and mix everything together so the potatoes are evenly coated. Now all the components are finished, evenly divide the potatoes over the 5 containers, followed by the garlic butter steak and finish off with a sprinkle of Parmesan. And we're done. 5 meals prepped for the week. This meal prep is one you're going to want to keep coming back to once you try it. As always, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to drop it a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.